While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.
All right, what's the word, Thunderbirds? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Pearl's Politics, where we bring it to you real and we have fun with that. All right. Whoever said politics was boring had never dealt with politics. All right. In the studio, waiting in the green room, of course, our favorite hosts are Tim, the heartbeat of the South, and my heartbeat, and Jen, the mouth of the South. Y'all love it, don't you? All right, here they go. Say hello, everybody. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hi, everybody. Oh,
Hi,
Lord.
everybody.
All
All right.
I
right.
promise I didn't just crawl out of bed.
Okay. All right. Hello, Doug. Doug is watching us. Hello,
What's
all,
up,
and welcome from the show. And Jen gives a personal hello. And Doug is in the comment column. He says, hi, terrific trio and
What's
my
up,
fellow
Trish?
viewers.
Hi,
All right,
y'all.
Trisha, so nice to have you in. Trisha, I sent you an email about a grant for you as a journalist. And check your email. I think I sent it, God, about 3 or 4 days now, and I didn't get a reply from you. I sent it from TEPS Productions, I think, but because I think that's the only place I found your email. But yeah, please go and check it out and apply for that today, okay? Because you do qualify. All right. Yeah, $10,000, girl, to get you started on your own show. All right. But you have to be a real journalist, and it's just for African Americans. And see, I'm not a real journalist. Otherwise, I'd take advantage of it myself. Trisha, Jen, in case you didn't know, forgotten, Trisha is my broadcasting student that she started in my broadcasting school. I taught her when she was in high school, and when she finished her graduated from her broadcasting school, she started her own show on Facebook. But meanwhile, she did 4 years college at I would forget the name of her college every time, but it's up in Tennessee. So she is a certified real journalist. So I'm always looking for opportunities. Trish, she say, all right, I will take a look. Haven't seen it. Check my emails daily. Okay, there she go. Her college in Tennessee, MTSU. All right. Yeah, in Tennessee. Trish, if you don't see it, send me a text and I will resend it to you, okay? Because I got it directly from Memphis State, okay? Memphis University, U of M, you know. When I went there, it was Memphis State and UAM. But yeah, it was sent to me by my good friend, Sherry, who now works there at the University of Memphis. So I'll be getting all the insider tips about help for journalists and all kind of type of anytime any grant money come back and all that kind of stuff come down, she'll let me know. Okay. And it's free. It's definitely free because you know I don't deal with no scams. All right. All right. So let's get this show rolling. What's the word? Thunderbirds. All right. Tim, what you been up to since the last time I saw you?
Taking it easy, trying to adjust to this weather changing climate we got. Yes, it warms up in the daytime and then it drops down low at night. So I'm trying to adjust to
that. Like Chicago. That's what we call Chi-town weather.
Or Las Vegas.
Las Vegas like that too?
Yeah, hot in the day, cold at night, desert.
See, my son is a Navy guy. He's traveled all over the world, United States and the world. I've never been to Las Vegas. Never.
Yeah. Nice place to visit.
I never could afford to go. I never could afford to go. I'm gonna get my switch of water. I left it. Jen, what you been up to since the last time I saw you?
I've been binging on a movie all night. One that kind of changed my life, at least changed perspective of my life. And I've shared it. I shared it with you earlier, and I've shared it with the Truth page and a couple other people. And I can't wait to hear the reaction from it.
Okay, all right, yeah, 8 hours, so you know it's gonna take me a while to watch it all out.
Yeah,
update for you though by the time we do the show next Thursday. Okay.
Okay.
I like to watch stuff on TV. I don't really like watching it on my phone.
I watched them here.
yeah, and so and see, my computer's like at a desk, so I can't sit and watch videos at my desk. I just broadcast from my desk. But if I can transfer it to what do they call that thing, Tim? When you send webcast. If I can webcast it from my phone to my TV, I can watch it faster, Jenny. So I'll keep you posted, okay?
So is that a particular program? I've never actually done that.
It's an app. You get it from Google Play. You can when you go like the websites to watch videos, especially YouTube, they have the webcast little icon, and you can just tap that if you have the app, and you can send it to your television. It goes automatically to your TV.
Yeah,
My son hooked me up to that. Doug wants to know, what is the movie, Jen?
Okay, I need to tell you where I got it from, so you'll know where to find it. The name of it, well, let me make sure I get it right. I'll have to look at it. The name of it is What on Earth Happened? And it was published on Rumble back in December of 21. And I was led to this movie through one of my situation updates that I post on the Truth page in Messenger. And I listened throughout the whole video, and a lady named Mary, she narrates it, right? And then at the very end, she says, and here's something interesting, and showed us all the links to all these different parts of a 13-part series. And I'm like, it says, what on earth happened? I'm like, okay, let me see what that's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. My life has changed because I watched the series.
Really?
But it's on Rumble. And if you just go to the video search and type in what on earth happened, it'll give you all the different parts individually, and it will also give you the full 13 parts all in one movie, and it's 8 hours and 12 minutes and long. So a little over that, 33 seconds over that, but yeah. But it changed me. So
wow.
Yeah, it did.
Well, so she sent me the link, so I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm definitely trying to webcast it because, like I said, I love my TV, and
I tell people that I'm trying to help. I'm seeking the truth, and then my truth is not necessarily.
I understand.
My truth is not necessarily someone else's truth, right? So I'm constantly telling people, this is where we're seeking the truth, and hopefully they discover their own personal truth. So I can say that a lot of puzzle pieces that's been whirling around in my head for a few years now have found a place next to where they match.
Okay.
Because of that movie.
Wow. So, okay. That sounds interesting because I love history. And so anything pertaining to history or the universe and its existence, I like that kind of stuff.
I went through the whole thing like, oh my God, wow, oh, and cry. And
so it's a tearjerker.
No, it's a realization thing. And yeah, if you're seeking the truth, that's a good place to start.
Speaking of realization, y'all, as y'all know, the Mississippi River is at its lowest it's been in decades, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
And they have found probably a ferry, wooden ferry, probably from the 17 or 1800s, that archaeologists are all around. And this was down near the part near close to Louisiana. Okay. And so they got the archaeologists have pounced on the site, but they are finding all kinds of different things. They have found human bones, just, and they ain't gonna, and they're not gonna tell us about the treasure that they found, right? And Tim and Jen, you both, we were just talking, I told you guys, I think it was on this show that I always, hi Mary. Hey, Mary. Then when I first started college, I wanted to be an archaeologist. But then after I was in that car accident, got hit by that drunk driver, I had to change my direction. So anywho, I had told Tim or on one of my shows, I said, this would be the time that I would like to have one of those Geiger counters. What is it?
Yeah, the metal detector.
The metal detectors. Yeah. Go down there because y'all know I collect coins, right? I bet you I could find some old coins from probably from the north to the south. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible.
I bet it's a lot of valuable money down there, coins, especially coins. You know, probably
Oh,
some gold coins. But I'm afraid of alligators and snakes and bugs and those things are down there too. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah.
miss out, Jen. I gotta miss out. So when we come back, we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, who's gonna start the show out with
I'll
their
drop out there.
segment? Okay, we come back, y'all. Come back. Let's take a break. Go ahead and share the show, y'all. Bring some folks in for us. Because when we come back, the heartbeat of the South, Tim, is gonna bring y'all his segment. Our names showing, our names are not showing. What happened to our names? Let me see if I can get them on here. Why are they not showing? Okay, Jen should be showing. It's showing in there, but it's not showing up by our.
I think it went away because the ribbon on the bottom you posted hi Mary. Take that away and our names will come back.
On the chat.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, so it goes away. I never noticed that before. Thank you so much. So when we come back,
room now it moves us up.
Yeah. So when we come back, the heartbeat of the South is gonna tell y'all, talks of politics to y'all. I know he got something good for you, so don't stick and stay. Don't go away. All right.
All right.
Start this year with a beautiful smile. Do you cover your mouth with your hand to talk? Do you look down or up in order to smile? If you answer yes, then you need to see Dr. Corey. 901-300-4800. Remember, a smile is the prettiest thing you'll ever wear. So invest in yourself today. Call Dr. Corey now. 901-300-4800. Dental Expressions, PLLC, 3704 Summer Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38122. 901-300-4800. Dental Expression, a proud sponsor of the Emily Purple Show. All right, then. We're back. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. All right. I thought I saw, there goes Sandra. Okay. And Doug has come in. Doug says, the Euphrates and Tigris River is drying up too. Really? Yeah, y'all know it's that Revelation time. It's in the book of Revelation about all these rivers drying up. Yeah, that's right. It was I think I started preaching about it the first of the year because I knew it was going to happen. But Tim, let's get to you. What you got for us tonight?
All right. Well, here we go. British Prime Minister Liz Truss quits after 45 days. but the UK political and economics turmoil persists. Her resignation extends the instability that has shaken Britain since it broke off from the European Union and leaves its leadership, in limbo, as the country faces a cost of living crisis and looming recession. Truss said that she cannot deliver the mandate on which she was elected by the Conservative Party. The tax law regulations, economic policies that got Truss elected by her party have proven to be disastrous in the real world scenario.
And where are you getting that information from?
That information is from our news break.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's from Newsbreak, and this
I
is
saw that this morning. I saw it on Fox News.
Yeah, and this is
I actually heard her resign.
Yeah, she did. She
had told them last night. They had a meeting, and she had told them as late as last night that she was going to stay on. And then she called a press conference, and she resigned live.
She did.
She gave the king, she gave the king notice. She gave it to him shortly before the press conference, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got a king now. Queen is gone.
Correct.
But I think. Do you think that? Let me ask you this before you continue. Do you think that if Queen Elizabeth was still living, that she would have stayed, or would she have quit?
I think she might have stayed, but I kind of think going back, Queen Elizabeth, she might not have been her pick. Yeah, she might not have been. Well, because the delivery that she has might have taken her back to Diana for as her getting more press.
No, the Queen don't care. The Queen wouldn't have cared anything about the Prime Minister getting press. The only thing the Queen gets jealous of is the women in the family. Connected to the royal family getting more press.
But she ran everything. It wasn't just the family, but she ran everything. But I hear
but she was elected 45 days. She just served 45 days.
Yeah.
And the Queen has only been dead, what, 3 weeks?
I want to say a month.
So that means that the Queen approved of her,
That's possible. That's absolutely
before
possible.
she died. So I mean, the Queen didn't have a problem with her. I'll tell you what I think the problem is.
What's that?
I think the problem is with Camilla, King Charles's wife.
Is that right?
Because Camilla is the one that runs King Charles. Charles is Camilla's puppet, just like Scorpio is Jill's puppet.
Yeah.
I told y'all in the beginning, Jill was the one running the country, her and Hunter. Telling they're the ones that's telling the puppet Scorpio what to do. And on the UK side, it's Camilla. Camilla is the one that tells King Charles everything to do.
Yeah,
he's the one that came between him and Diana.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the wife, the housebreaker. She was the other woman.
Yeah, but
that Diana had to deal with.
Yeah. You that's a good outlook on that too. But I also was looking at it from another angle. From the way her short term was, I believe this was a case when she ran, she was on the outside looking in, and once she got in her position, she saw the official documents and official statements, and I think that she might have bitten out more than she could chew.
Well, you know how she got in, don't you?
No, recollect my memory.
Boris, the Prime Minister Boris with the orange hair.
You're right. Yes.
They took him out, said that he was in the scandal. And he's conservative.
Right.
So she ended up getting in there after they voted him out. But now Now that she has resigned, the reporters in the UK are saying that now the House of Commons on the Conservatives are calling for Boris to come back. You know, he was like Leo.
Yeah.
He was like Leo. They want their Leo back too.
Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah, even though he was caught up, they're willing to overlook the scandal that he was caught up in.
Yeah, they want that Leo back.
Yeah,
just like the US want that Leo back, you know?
Right. Yeah,
So,
makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, you got any viewpoint on what's going on
what's your view?
with that?
Well, you know, I would love to reply on that story, but you know, we do this Pearls Politics things, but you know, as you know, I have my truth page where we're looking for the truth of what's really going on in the world, and because we can get easily cut off of here, so I won't go way into how I want to, but I will say this: all of that was optics. That royal family was bad people, and I've done the research and have so many sources that I couldn't even start to list them. Somebody that was from there, Charlie Ward. You know.
Well, I mean, you know, they still haven't lived down the scandal.
Well,
that the Queen had something to do.
In my reality,
the Queen had something to do with Diana's death.
Yes.
Okay. In my reality,
still haven't lived down that scandal.
Well, in my reality, and in my opinion, Diana's still alive.
Really?
And the son William was not hers and Charles's. It was hers and another prince to keep the bloodline strong, because the bloodline of the royal family was false, and they've lived a lie for many years. And in the intel and the research I've done, the real queen, well, the one that died recently was just a stand-in for one that died a couple of years ago, who was also a stand-in for the one that died 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
But they look the same.
They
look the same. You cannot find three people that look exactly the same, Jen. I gotta disagree with you on that one.
No, it's all part of the bloodline. And I know
about the bloodline because do you know what bloodline that Queen Elizabeth II came from?
From Germany.
No. She came from the bloodline of Elizabeth I, who was the daughter of Henry Tudor. I told you that. Who is King Henry VIII. Henry
Tudor, what I'm talking
was his name. She comes from the bloodlines of the Tudors.
See, for
Elizabeth was a daughter of Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a daughter of
I know what the optics was. I know what was in public and all that. I know what those optics are.
And her mom.
That's what I'm saying.
This is
all
in
of
history.
Optics.
No. This is in history. This is in British history. It's written in the books, in writing. The Elizabeth I was the daughter bloodline of Henry the Tudor, who was King Henry VIII. But what happened with that marriage, her mother was Anne Boleyn. And Anne Boleyn was not of royal blood. Now, this could be where the story stemmed from way back then. Anne Boleyn was not of royal blood. And the Catholic Church and what they call them, the priests of the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
What they don't call him the priest.
Pope.
What is he? The Pope. The Pope never did want, and the Catholic Church and the Catholic people of England never did want Anne Boleyn, Henry, to marry Anne Boleyn because she was not of royal blood, you see. And that's what happened with Diana. Diana was not of royal blood, but she was from an aristocratic family.
Yes.
So that could be what you're trying to refer to. But as far as
I'm referring to the truth that I've discovered, the possibility of it being the truth, and everything that I've done over the last few years leads me to believe that what I have discovered is the truth. But everything for hundreds of years that the world has been going through from what I have found, and I've done research on specific things, and then they lead me to a whole basket full of things, right?
You end up going down
It's
rabbit
all
holes.
about
Yeah,
it's
rabbit
all
hole.
about
You
figuring
end up
out.
going down rabbit holes. That's what happens
Oh
here.
yeah, and
But
I've
what
been
you need
down.
to do
I've
is
been
just
down so many.
as a suggestion, if you could go to Wikipedia, UK history, UK birth records, and get the real stuff, because this is what's written down in history. And
A lot of this is
can't no
from
rabbit
that
hole
hole.
change history. I don't care
Hey,
how
a
many
lot of
rabbit
that.
holes you go down, it's not going to change 400 years ago. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, Emily, I
Mhm.
know how to do research. I've done my own family tree through all the records that's been on the books, and all this stuff. I've been through it. I know how to do research.
But you didn't know
And
about
no,
Henry Tudor
no,
and Elizabeth
you don't
II?
know. You're
You didn't
going by
know that?
what's written.
I asked you, I said, do you know who where Elizabeth her bloodline came from? You said Germany.
Yeah, and there's records to that.
I said who? I didn't say where.
There are
asked you
records
the
to
question.
that.
I asked you the question. I said who? Do you know who? I might have said where, but her bloodline does come from King Henry VIII. And
The
King
one
Henry
that
VIII was
existed,
not German.
the one that existed in the last 50 years, that bloodline came from German people, not English people,
Now
not Wales
I
people.
don't know about no 50 years, but I don't know how it could have came
Well,
from
that's
Germany,
all part of
because
finding the truth.
Queen Elizabeth II was Tudor blood. And
Look,
the one that died that was 90 what, 3 years old,
Yeah.
that's all
her
part of
blood was
finding the
Tudor
truth of what
blood.
I do. That's all
Mhm.
part of finding the truth that I've been seeking. And,
Yeah.
I tell people everybody has their own individual truth. I have been seeking the
But
truth to
some
tell.
truth is just actually history, Jen, and you
Oh,
cannot
well,
change
when
that.
you figure out that history has been a big lie for hundreds of
Well, I
thousands
don't
of
have to
years,
figure it out. I know it's been a big
woo,
lie.
Lord,
I live in the South. So I
that
know about slavery and how black people have been treated for the last 200 years. So you don't have to tell me about how I know history is
that
a lie, because you
that's
don't
part.
find nothing about that in the history books in the schools.
That is all part of certain evildoers in society
Well, I
messing with
agree.
it. What? Can I
I
finish?
agree. Yeah, go ahead. I say I agree.
Certain evildoers in society have screwed with the DNA of society for thousands and thousands of years, all from a bloodline and satanic worship and all that crap. We are all their slaves and have been for thousands of years.
I
Okay?
agree. Because do you
Things
know when
like,
it
you
first
know,
started?
at the time that you're talking about slavery, racism didn't exist then. Slavery
Yes, it did.
existed, racism did. No, it did
Yes, it
not.
did. How you gonna tell me
No,
it didn't, Jim? When you got a ship full of English captains and generals and the aristocratic family paying for them to go to Africa and get people and sell them? How you gonna tell me that's not racism?
sorry. Those people were sold to them by a national of Africa.
But it don't
That
make any
was a
difference.
business.
The
That
fact that
was
I'm
a business.
saying
Well,
is, why would you
it,
buy another human being? Thus become slave. And I'll tell you something
yeah.
else. Do
We
you
ain't the
know
only
that
one that did it. Every country in the world has done
well,
that.
I know that. That's why I agree with you that
Every race has been a slave.
that's why I agreed with you that
Yeah.
history does have some lies.
But
I did,
that's not racism.
but
That's a
all
business.
history is
Back
not
then,
lies.
that wasn't racism. That was a business of slavery.
It was still
Now,
racism.
the way they screwed with the DNA of society, they've made every ism there is a way to cause
No.
chaos and divide among the
I'm not going to
people.
agree with you on that, because my own grandfather is registered in the state of Mississippi as a houseboy. You understand what I'm saying?
You're talking about
My own
your
and Mary says that she has felt the racism. So I'm not going to agree with you on that. Because my own grandfather, I can pull it up on my computer right now and show you the census where he is registered in the state of Mississippi as a houseboy. You cannot tell me that that's not racism.
That is a business of slavery.
It is a business of slavery, but are you trying to tell me the idea of slavery is not racist? Is that what
I'm
you're
not
saying?
the idea of it now wasn't then. I'm saying the common mind frame of it back then was a business deal of selling humans, human trafficking. The colored people were the main product, okay? But colored people also took part in that, okay? An African
Mary
person.
disagrees with you. She says saying a business. Mary disagrees too. She says saying a business made it sound good. That's all.
No.
Yeah.
See, today, oh God, today everything is an identity crisis. Okay.
No, it's not. It's been an identity crisis ever since Earth began, Jenny. Ever since there was Eve, Garden of Eve, with Adam, with the man killing his brother, slewing his brother Cain. It's been an identity crisis because Cain was of a darker skin color. Was it Cain killed Abel? Because Abel was of a darker skin color, you see. Because back then, now if you really want to talk about when it was no racism, it was with Adam and Eve, because they had what they did what they wanted to do with whoever they wanted to do it with. And that's how come Abel ended up being a darker skin color than Abel, whoever killed who. The one that killed the other, the one that got killed, what I'm trying to say. Abel. If you read your scribble, he had a darker skin tone because they was from the Far East. That's where they were living. And so therefore he was born with the same bloodline, but he was a darker color. I've seen some families, Jen. They're African American, and they can skip 2 or 3 generations, and one child will come out just as bright as I don't know what. And ain't nobody cheating, because that's the way bloodlines do. Bloodlines are skip generation. My mother had diabetes. It skipped me and went to my son. Now my son has diabetes. DNA and bloodlines, they play funny tricks on you. So you cannot go as strictly by just bloodlines. So I agree with you. I agree with you.
Mary got a comment.
Let me say something that will make a little sense.
Mary say her family name. Wait a minute. Let's read that comment. Mary say her family name is from the master of the plantation. We really don't know our true identity. What a business. And that's from a viewer.
So, that's because they were buying and selling bodies, and the main product were colored people. Okay. It wasn't about, I'm going to buy you because I'm racist against your color. It was, they bought the slaves to work the land, to serve them. It wasn't about racism.
Everybody knows that. Racism. Let Tim get in. Come on, Tim.
No, I was just saying she can't separate the two.
No, you can't.
The terminology of racism is a new thing, and I'm not going to say new this year. No, I'm talking about the terminology, the word racism.
Okay, I'll put it up. Let me put it up and put it on the screen.
Funny how that word is.
That's what I do. I'm going to pull it up and share it on a separate screen. We're going to find out what the identity of what does racism mean. R-A-C-I.
Mary says they would buy black before white. That's right. Racist.
Because the white ones feel like they was for the black. But if you are
we're going to settle this. I'm bringing up the definition right now. We're going to settle this right here. I'm going to share a screen just as soon as it lets me do this. Okay. And then we don't have to disagree on it no more, because this definition is a worldwide definition. Let me get as big as I can. Wait a minute. Okay, I got to go up. I'm sorry. Let me go up.
Doug, I definitely disagree with your statement.
Hold on, just a minute. I'm trying to take this up, Tim. Wait a minute. Do I go? I'm trying to get it big enough for y'all to see it. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on.
It's about
we're gonna read this first before I take any comments. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at this definition of racism, because you keep saying that it's not what we're saying it is, and we're going to say that everybody. Just hold 1 second here. I can give me some glasses. Okay. Racism. Come on now, get bigger for me. One more time. That's as big as it's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is okay, make this screen bigger. That's what I'm making bigger. Oh, and what's this right here? Can I zoom? Zoom. No.
Okay, Doug. While she's doing that,
I know. Hold on 1 minute. I forgot. I'm in
you do that. Let me talk to Doug. You do that.
studio.
Let me talk to Doug.
Oh no, we're not
Hey,
doing right. We're doing this right here.
You say.
No. Here we go. I'm bringing this up. Right here.
Hey, Trisha.
We're gonna make this big so everybody can see. Full screen. Press F. I did. F. We can't do one thing at a time.
Well, if you let me ask Doug a question while you do that. Well, let me ask Doug a question while you do that.
No. We're gonna stay right where we are. Okay. Now let me take because see, when you switch a topic like that, the people's mind get that's a distraction. So we're gonna go.
You're only letting us hear you asking you. I could be asking Doug while you're looking for that. I could be asking Doug.
No. I already got this. I'm telling you, already here. I'm just gonna put it. I'm just there. Okay. I had to gotta bring everybody in, get us back into full screen here. And we are real big, aren't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Can y'all see that? Is it big on y'all end? Yeah.
Can't see that.
It's big. Okay.
I see us.
Okay.
The screen, everything went dead for a minute there.
Yeah, I did, didn't it? Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to I'm gonna get us out. Get us back out. Okay, there we go. Now that's pretty cool there, isn't it? All right, so let's get back to these comments now. Doug says, oh, we gotta go way down here. Okay, the last comment that we saw was Mary. When Mary said, my family name is from the master of the plantation. We really don't know our true identity. What a business. And then she said, they would buy black before white. That is racist. And Doug says, Racism is the love of own ethnic group. Prejudice is judgment according to appearance, and bigotry is hatred, regardless of character. Racism was born in 1680 between African slaves and European indentured servants, when Virginia gave poor whites privilege. Africans could survive the journey better than other ethnicities.
Really?
Jenny said, Doug, please look up the creation of the word racism, not the theory of it. Okay, we just looked it up, so we know what that means.
We didn't hear you.
Okay. What do you mean?
Nah, we didn't hear anything you said.
I had the audio on. Okay.
The whole thing dead.
Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'll do it this way. Hold on. I can just copy it and paste it in a comment. There we go.
That'll work.
That'll work, one.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Dictionary definition from Oxford Languages. Learn more racism. Learn to pronounce noun prejudice. Discrimination or antagonism directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. A program to combat racism, similar, racial discrimination, radicalism, racial prejudice, bigotry, xenophobia, chauvinism, bigotry, bias, intolerance, anti-Semitism, apartheid, the belief that different races possess distinct characteristics. For instance, Doug, like you say, that they could handle the journey better.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Racism. Especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior. Let's say inferior or superior. So what you're saying, Doug, is that the Africans were superior to the white indentured service because they could travel the journey better. No. See, I'm talking about Doug's comment. I'm not talking about yours. I'm not talking about your comment, Jenny. This is Doug's comment. This is what he said. He said that look, let me put this up. Let me scroll back up so y'all can see. Oh, his is gone. It's not gonna show back up there. But anyway, Doug said this other part didn't show. Is that he said when it gave at the end of it, he said, I'll read what it said. Let me get it off the show because all of it is not showing.
They can make the trip better because
he said they could travel. They could travel better. Okay. So he's saying that they were superior. He's saying that the Africans were superior. So they're saying that this is still racism. That's what the full definition of it is. Any type of bigotry.
But I wasn't saying that as a definition. I'm saying the mindset of the people then. That was a business deal, not a racist deal. Today is the word we use for racism and bigotry and judgment. Back then, it wasn't named the word racism. It was done by a different type of terminology as a business deal, not
Jenny,
just because.
You're telling me killing, hanging, beat, all of that?
I understand what you're saying about the business part of it. But what I'm telling you is you cannot separate the two. You cannot separate business and racism. I don't care what it was called back then.
I'm not even saying racist. I feel, look, I feel bad that type of stuff, I almost said a bad word, that stuff happened in our history. We're just going to keep it simple right now. Okay. As a human being, no other human being should ever be treated like that. But in reality, it was a business deal back then. We're talking how long ago? A couple hundred years ago. That it was a business deal then. It wasn't a racist, I'm going to hate you because of your color. Come work for me. No, those people were bought and paid for.
The only reason why, Jenny, is that you know what you're saying. Let me put the conclusion on this because we got to move on to something else. The only reason why it wasn't called racism, and I think she got cut off, or she called.
Now it's
Yeah.
now
The only reason why it wasn't called racism
I
back
can't
then.
explain myself if you keep interrupting me.
Jenny, we're carrying on with this too long. We got to move on to something else. The only reason why that it wasn't called racism back then is because the word did not exist. Okay.
That's what I was saying, and the concept wasn't I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. It was, that one looks good enough to work for me. I'm going to work them.
But we
And I'm not
understand
going to
all
say
that.
work for
But
me.
we're
I
talking.
said
But we're
work
moving
for
forward to 2022.
They bought the human body, the
But we're in
best product.
2022. And what my fans and the audience have a question for you. My question to you is, now here in 2022, do you separate the two still? That's my question to you.
Of it, yes. Today it's a hate thing because of the color of skin. Back then it was a business deal.
No. Can you look at it from 2022 and say that even though it was a business, it was still racism?
The concept, yes. The terminology, no.
Okay,
because
that's all we need to hear on that. We gotta leave it right there.
You got the same terminology,
okay, we can't
right?
keep going on with this.
It had different meaning and used different. The racism didn't even exist back then. The terminology of racism.
We heard you say that. We heard you say that. We heard you say that. Now I got a news flash for y'all. The early voting starts in Tennessee. It started yesterday. Today's what's that, Thursday? Started.
Yes.
Yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. So I'm gonna do my early voting Saturday. But guess what I found out?
What's that?
We got a issue on the ballot here in Tennessee, because these are state. The midterm elections are always state and federal, not your city, not your county. Okay.
Right.
We got a issue that we have to vote on when we go to the booth, and that is that on the books in Tennessee, because Tennessee was a slavery state. On the books in Tennessee, this is what we are voting on this midterm. On the books in Tennessee, for the state of Tennessee voters, we're going to be voting on the wording of a slavery law that they have still on the books that's active today. And that is that it's okay to have slaves, or to own a slave, or to own another person, as long as that person has been convicted of a crime, or has committed a crime.
Right. That's so how that's how they recaptured. Not to cut you short. That's how they recaptured them when they freed them. They committed a crime, which caused them to go back into slavery.
Yeah. So it's still on the books in Tennessee in 2022. Now I did not know this until I looked at what we're gonna be voting on, and the candidates and the people. So I don't know who it is. That's one that's changed, but probably a lot of NAACP and a lot of other groups, I imagine.
Yeah, I've seen the documentary.
Want to change that she wants the wording changed to it is illegal to own slaves or any human, period.
Yeah, I think that's the 13th.
Yeah, so they're gonna take that out. Mary said, which is how they thought we mean you no harm, this just business. That is what they thought. You're right. That's what she's saying about the concept. She's agreeing with you on the concept. Doug says even being homeless and jobless, Tim, very correct.
I do know
what Tim said.
A slice of the history in my area. I'm in southern Alabama.
Yeah.
Even the land that I live on, it was owned by a plantation owner. And I don't know if it was called a plantation back then, but this whole area is hundreds of miles, right? Not hundreds of miles, hundreds of acres, right?
Yeah.
When slavery got abolished, the man had already considered them part of his family, and he gave them all the land that they lived on in this area.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the names and everything comes from on our streets and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good
So,
deal.
thank
Well,
God.
a lot of them do that. A lot of them do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, it was what it was. All we're saying
Oh,
is now we live in 2022, and this is what I'm talking about. Why in the world would any state still have a slavery law on the book? And I just found out the state that I live in has still got a slave. Mississippi just took theirs off in 1996
Yeah.
because I was in college and I did not know that they still
I heard
had
about
their
it.
slavery law on the book. Because
Yes.
I
Yep.
was in college in 1996, and that was the year they took it off.
Yes.
I didn't even know that Tennessee even still had a law. That means
Yeah.
that when Mississippi took their slavery law off the books in 1996, Tennessee didn't do it. They still
did.
had theirs on there.
Right. Yeah.
So now we just not voting in the state of Tennessee. This is pitiful. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Now we're just not voting in 2022 to remove a slavery law from the state of Tennessee books laws.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
And I'm mad now. I'm angry. I'm angry at all these governors, all these past governors we done had.
Yeah.
Why weren't they all these bad past politicians that we done had? Why did y'all still leave that slavery law on the books?
Yeah, and it kind of intertwines. It goes our way in the human trafficking. So that yeah, like you said, I believe it's the 13th Amendment. That's what happened once they got freed. Anybody that was committed a crime were sent
Put it
back
back in
to the
slavery.
plantation. The jail was the new slavery after they
Mhm.
got freed. So that's how they were able to put those
Keep that cycle going.
exactly.
I know
And
that
then
the ancestors still live here. They're
it
all up and
must
down.
be that
There's a
it
lot
might
of
be
them
in a
that
lot of states.
Yeah,
It might be in a lot of states. I'm
yeah,
just saying. Can you that could, and this human trafficking that's going
yeah,
on.
right.
Yeah,
That's
That
that
why
is
it's
state,
being abolished.
these states,
that is
it goes
more.
up. Okay, so all this dude got to say is she committed a crime
Yeah,
and they getting away with human trafficking.
yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
about you.
And what
This
makes
is
it even
ridiculous.
what makes
Yeah,
it even worse? What makes it even worse is the authorities that know the truth and don't do anything about it.
That's what I'm saying. I am
The
pit
authorities
fire
allow
mad.
this to happen, even if they know this is wrong. They
yeah,
still
yeah,
allow it to happen, which tells me if y'all don't go to the elections and put your vote in, then oh my God, that vote,
yeah,
whether it's counted correctly
yeah,
or legally or not, at least you made it. It will be down the road be counted.
yeah,
No
yeah,
vote.
yeah.
It
Because
means every vote
yeah,
means a
what
vote.
what I'm thinking is they're
Untaken
abolishing that law because it's becoming entangled with human trafficking.
Yeah,
So once they get that off the books, that means that nobody can own anybody. But
yeah.
in my personal belief, is why they're trying to do away with it now, and it went on for as long as it have been, because
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
before,
agree. I
right?
agree
Some
because
bad person,
what's
some
happening now
bad
is
person stuck
you
it
got a
hidden in
lot of
there
these.
somewhere.
What's
Yeah,
happening is now. Normally, it used to be the minority
Right.
and marginal people that were being trafficked, but now they're grabbing white people,
Yeah.
white girls. So now it's becoming a problem. That's why they're
most,
taking it off the books. I agree with you, Tim. But it's been on the books all this time.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you
All
why
this
it's been
time,
taken
and
off the book.
until these girls come up, these young white girls are coming up missing after they run away from home, and they never seeing them again. That stuff didn't used to happen.
No.
That kind of stuff that used to happen to the Caucasian community, and you know
Not
it,
from what I
Jen. You know
found.
that. But
Look,
what happened?
no, it's happened to everybody. Y'all's was just publicized more because it was a targeted publicity stunt by bad
No, we
people.
don't get publicized. Our children been going missing for years. They didn't get no
You don't
publicity.
understand. See, you're
Y'all
taking it personal.
Caucasians get the
You don't
publicity
understand what I'm
when they
saying.
go
Em-
missing. I'll give you an
Emily,
example. Let me give you a real true life example right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm gonna let you come back to yours. Rape kits, Tennessee, 2003. In Memphis City, right here, passed a law that those rape kits must be tested. We got rape kits from 2003 that had not been tested until now.
Right.
And it started getting tested after Eliza Fletcher got kidnapped, killed, and raped, and ain't no telling what else. She was somebody important. She was a daughter of somebody important. She was a Caucasian. And so now that they had, let me just finish. They had this lawsuit. They had a class action lawsuit filed against the city of Memphis that's been held up in the courts, y'all, for 9 years for them not processing all those rape kits, 12,000 rape kits from 2003. And they are all racist. They all racist. In fact, they showed a Caucasian woman on the news. She said that nobody never called her. And she said she didn't even know if she had a kid or not. Nobody never contacted her after she reported her rape. And so now the class action suit is, they had the hearing today. But it only got sped up because of what happened to somebody's daughter who was Caucasian and was a prominent citizen of the city of Memphis. You see what I'm saying? That stuff not there. That's the kind of stuff that has been going on. And I don't see no change coming. It always has to be something has to happen to somebody important or Caucasian before action gets taken. And people are fed up with that because you know what? These younger generations, this Gen X generation, they're really not racist. They go out and walk and participate against hate crimes, Black Lives Matter, just like they did in the Civil Rights Movement. So people are getting tired of this new generation. Ain't going for that old fashioned stuff no more. They're just not. And so they can keep that, that's why I say we got too many old politicians. We got too many old politicians up there with these old prejudiced racist ideas. I'm talking about Scorpio. They're trying to say Scorpio not racist. Yes, he is. Scorpio just as racist as the rest of the politicians up there.
And he likes little kids.
Okay. I ain't going there.
I ain't either.
Yes, not till recent history, because
wait a minute, we got to read and that's where all this stems from. That topic. So
okay. Okay, Jen. But Doug says this. Yes, not till recent history, because crime against melanated people were swept under the rug. Mulatto, I think the way to say it. Mulatto.
But here's the thing about that. Let me reply to that, because what you said is really true. I remember some years back, it was the Eyewitness News team that broke that story, and they had a warehouse full of not tested rape kits. So you're absolutely right. Nothing even from that point was done, even though that light was shined on there. So you're absolutely right. When Miss Fletcher had her demise, unfortunately, her people are owners of Orger Brothers, which is a prominent family. So you're absolutely right. I agree with that on that.
But with that, people are finding out their rights to access records, the truth, things that are we go to the police station after an incident to get a record, and you have to go through all kinds of red tape just to get. You can't walk in there and just say, "I reported this theft. I need the report." You can't do that. You're told that, "Oh, you can't have that," or "It ain't ready," when it should be already ready. It was filled out at the scene, right? People are so busy hiding the secrets that they're not allowing the people who put them there to have access to the records that they provided to start with. It's all a thing to cause people to be angry about something. Like you went through with your phone recently, Emily. Me with my internet and all this stuff. It made us angry that we had to go through all of that.
Yeah.
But when it's all a simple process, okay, for somebody who understands how to do all that, it's really a simple process.
Yeah,
right.
You're right.
Okay, but they make it in such a way to cause society to get angry about what's going on and what they can't do when they know they can do it, but the law says they can't. In reality, the law didn't say that. Just a person sitting there protecting their secrets, saying what the law says when it don't. If people don't go out and vote and get these idiots out of their seats, then we'll keep dealing with this.
No, you're right, Jen.
Honest people who are going to live by the Constitution and follow the letter of the law. Stop being afraid to put punishment where it belongs. You know, oh my God, people are now guilty until proven innocent instead of innocent until proven guilty. It turned around a while back, right?
I agree.
I agree. So Mary has this comment here, but I don't know who she's talking about. She said, I think she's talking about Scorpio. She said, so true. A guy other day said, how can you call black people savages? Our race was the most savage. Our race was the most savages people ever. I said, wow, he said that. Who is he, Mary? If you could type it in. I won't show it on the screen, but just type it in the comments, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, we'll take a break and come right back. Don't go away. Mary can let us know if she wants to. Yeah.
I'll let Mary back. I didn't know she's talking on a video. I saw that on a video. I don't know if it's something she witnessed.
Well, she might let us know. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. Come back and give our closing remarks because we have really gone over 8 o'clock already. Start this year with a beautiful smile. Do you cover your mouth with your hand to talk? Do you look down or up in order to smile? If you answer yes, then you need to see Dr. Corey. 901-300-4800. Remember, a smile is the prettiest thing you'll ever wear. So invest in yourself today. Call Dr. Corey now. 901-300-4800. Dental Expressions PLLC, 3704 Summer Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38122. 901-300-4800. Dental Expression, a proud sponsor of the Emily Purple Show. All right.
Yes, Mary.
So
I know what.
back. Okay.
Okay,
So,
Mary. Mary, I'm pretty sure I think I'm talking about the one you're talking about. I'm talking about the video that was shared by Officer Brandon Tatum. Officer Tatum, he's a commentary that he's an ex-police officer, and he tells it like it is. He watches videos and then commentates about them. You know, talks about the videos, right, wrong, calls them out. You know, he had one today with
He's like me, huh?
with Candace Owens. He had one. I've been talking to him behind the scenes for a very long time now. I want to start following him about 3 years ago. But the video was I'm trying to remember who it was. Who was it, Mary? I forgot the people. But one person was talking about oh man, he called him out. He told him like it was. And she said the same thing I said. I'm like, wow, he just said that. Yeah, it was awesome. But it's on my page. I've been through so much material in the last 3 days. I couldn't tell you who it was or where it was, but I do know it was on the Tatum show. The Officer Brandon Tatum. He has a YouTube channel. He's an awesome person to listen to.
All right. I might have to check him out. Okay. Yeah. I missed that link. The thing with the Social Security, Jenny, update right quick.
I think it was a local thing. I haven't talked to this person again yet because he hasn't been on the page, but I think it was in his local area because after he told me that, and I told y'all about that, another friend of mine told me, oh, I talked to them this morning. I'm like, did you? But she did say it took like 3 hours to actually get through to them. Wow. So that might have been because the phones were down and they came back. I don't know. We actually talked to our local office instead of the 800 number, so that could be a difference too.
Yeah, it does.
He was talking about the national number.
National number. Yeah. Well, you know, they're doing so much with that government website right now, trying to put so much stuff on it. They got that student loan forgiveness thing on it they added. And now he's facing to the CDC is getting ready to add something. We're going to talk about that next Thursday. But the CDC is trying to get the federal government to approve them saying that the COVID shot will become a required vaccination for all school children attending school if they want to attend school. Oh, so we're going to talk about that next Thursday because I know I'll get Jenny fired up.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Jenny, all these awesome people are believing. Drives me crazy.
Because you can go head to toe with me and we can still smile and love each other. So I'm letting you go first with your last words.
Okay. I don't know. A lot's happening right now that people aren't realizing. And I just want everybody to remember to prepare, you know, to be home for 10 days. If there's a military action in your area, they're there to protect you, not keep you prisoner. Prepare to be home, you know, things like that. Things are changing. The money system's changing. And, you know, I shared proof of that before. And did you find your dinar, Emily? But
I hadn't had time to look for it, but I know it's here. When I find important stuff, you know what I do?
For a while.
When I find important stuff, I have this bad habit, Jenny, of hiding it from myself.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, we stay in a state of preparedness. I can't even talk tonight. Because I live in like Hurricane Alley, you know, we're all the time getting hurricanes and storms. So we stay prepared. Even with that said, you know, we'll still say, oh my God, why didn't I do this if the power goes on? So, you know, just get prepared the best you can. Watch out for the emergency broadcast system, or they might call it the emergency alert system. Messages from the still president, Leo. Things are happening, and I still don't believe we're going to have elections on the 8th. I don't see it happen. I see there be not canceled, but delayed. postponed.
Mm-hmm.
So, just hang on, y'all. We're on a roller coaster ride. We're inching to the top of that hill right now. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Keep your faith, common
Mm-hmm.
sense, and love in your heart, compassion for your fellow man. Everybody's going to need help through this, but we're going to come out on a better side.
Okay.
I'm thinking that we are coming out on a better side. Just hang on through that crest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
God bless all.
All right.
Love you, Jen. Tim.
Yes. Man, Pearl's politics on fire. On fire. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. And if you do, go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, that's the replay. I tell you.
Yeah.
Nobody does it like we do it.
Yeah. Another nice show. Very informative. You always leave here with something that you didn't know. So yeah, wow, outstanding show.
Like that Tennessee state law, man, that blew me out the water when I heard.
Absolutely.
And they even said it on the news that we got to vote on it.
Yeah.
I had already seen it, but I'm like,
yeah. So I just want to wish everybody love, peace, and happiness, and let's be safe out there.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all, I did tell Jen and I did tell Tim. Tim, the heartbeat of the South. He's like the sergeant at arms on all our shows, really, Jen. Not just pure politics on Tuesday night and Friday night too. Yeah.
I can.
You sure do. Yeah, he's like the sergeant at arms. He brings us back down to earth because we get to flying out there in space, man. We be gone sometimes.
We be gone.
Tim's
an awesome job.
Tim like a homing pigeon. He brings us right on back in. And he does it so cool and so smooth. But Jen, tell Paul he missed a hot one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I texted him. I thought he was going to be here. He might have been here and just not able to type right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. He might be
watching.
If you are, Paul, hi.
Hey, Paul, if you are.
Hey, Paul.
Listen, our true fans. Jen likes to say that word, truth and true. To our true fans, God, we love y'all so much. Because we wouldn't have this much fun if y'all didn't tune in and keep us rolling.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for y'all activity with our comments. Keep them coming. Don't ever stop. Because I'm going to take time. I don't care who talking, even me. And I'm going to show y'all comments. And you don't get that on no other political channel, do they? So we do it different from everybody else. Plus, we always find time to have fun with it too.
Oh yeah.
As y'all know what my last word is. My last word is this. I always remember that free thought is a philosophy, not a policy. No one can put a policy on what you think. You are free to think because free thought is a philosophy. We love y'all, and that's our time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The opinions expressed on this program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.